CIET NCERT presents audiobook Kaushal Bodh, textbook of vocational education for grade 7.
Page 161. Planning for Kaushal Mela. There are 6 steps given on this page, each with a different picture. First step, brainstorming. There's a picture given with this step of 3 students brainstorming on ideas and writing them on the blackboard. Second step, timeline. The picture given here has 2 students working on the timeline. Third step, checklist. There's a picture given here where a student is checking the boxes of the work done. Fourth step, execution of tasks. There's a picture of 3 students doing and helping each other for different tasks allocated to them. Fifth step, preparation of displays. There's a picture given in which 2 students are placing a table. Sixth step, event day. There's a picture given of different students setting up their stalls in the Kaushal Mela. Seventh step, post-event activities. There's a picture given in which 2 students are cleaning the place post the Kaushal Mela. Page 162. Planning for Kaushal Mela. There's a QR code given on the right-hand side corner of this page for additional resources on planning for Kaushal Mela. You have worked on your projects and are now ready to share what you did and how you did it with others. You may have shared something with other students and teachers during classroom presentations or during school assembly. You can also invite your family and other people to come and see your work. You can do this through the Kaushal Mela. But first, you must plan each detail carefully. Planning is important since it helps you decide how to reach your goal. You must think about what needs to be done and when it needs to be done so that everything goes smoothly. For example, if you are putting up a puppet show, you need to decide when and where, keeping in mind that the maximum number of people watch it. Planning also helps to prevent wastage of time and resources. For example, if you want to demonstrate the tie and dye process, you must ensure all the materials are available in one place in the right quantity. Since the Kaushal Mela will involve a lot of planning and coordination, you must plan each detail carefully. Responsibilities must be assigned for each activity, and the process for each activity discussed in detail. You must also develop a plan to work together as a team. Table 7.1 will help you plan for the Kaushal Mela. Do add more details based on your discussions. Table 7.1. Planning the Kaushal Mela. This table is divided into 2 parts. First part has basic details, namely date and time, venue, who will attend, what will you present in the Kaushal Mela, additional support required, example, electricity, table, chairs, carpet, computer, open space, etc. The second part has details of preparations. This part has 5 columns and 16 rows. Title of the first column, serial number. Title of the second column, component of planning. Title of the third column, details. Title of the fourth column, to be completed by dash date. Title of the fifth column, in charge or coordinator, if any. There is a blank space provided in each row in column 3, 4, 5 for your own responses. The first component of planning is presentation of the work you did. Example, project documentation, project poster, project journey video. Page 163. The second component of planning is setting up stall and decoration. The third component of planning is seating arrangements if needed. The fourth component of planning is setting up displays. Example, in stalls, labeling components in the garden. The fifth component of planning is signboards, list of signboards, toilet, entry, etc. The sixth component of planning is inviting guests. Example, designing an invitation, list of guests, how the invite will be sent. The seventh component of planning is any safety precautions. The eighth component of planning is cleanliness and waste management. The ninth component of planning is first aid station. Example, location, what kind of first aid will be available. The 10th component of planning is anchoring. Example, script, anchor or anchors. The 11th component of planning is preparation of the stage, setting up, decoration, sound equipment. The 12th component of planning is preparing the schedule for the entire duration of the Kaushal Mela. The 13th component of planning is information about the Kaushal Mela. Example, layout, information pamphlets. The 14th component of planning is registration of guests, how, when, details to be collected. The 15th component of planning is feedback from guests, questions to take feedback, collection of feedback. The 16th component of planning is cleaning up after the Kaushal Mela. Example, returning equipment, removing waste. Page 164. Annexure 1. Project template. Developing effective projects in schools require careful planning, clear objectives, and engaging activities that align with educational goals. The diagram given below summarizes the key questions that need to be addressed while developing the project. What is the project about and what will be the outcome? What is the importance of the project? For example, connect to real world. What tools, equipment, and materials will be used? What safety precautions are to be followed? How to conduct survey, visits, etc. to prepare for the project. What to learn from experts in the relevant field. How to do activities in a systematic manner with others. What have students learned through the activities? Name and brief introduction of the project. Use a title that is descriptive and engaging and gives a clear idea of the broad purpose of the project. 1. Explain why the project is important. 2. Highlight its relevance to the students' lives, education, or the community. 3. Discuss the benefits of the project. 4. Describe how the project relates to real-world scenarios, tasks, or problems. 5. Explain the practical implication and potential impact of the project. Page 165. What will I be able to do? Achievable and measurable objectives aligned with the curricular goal, competencies, and grade-wise learning outcomes have to be defined for each project. Activities must be designed for the fulfillment of these objectives. Define 2 or 3 simple objectives in words that students can understand. These objectives indicate what students will be able to do at the end of the project. Students must be able to respond to the following questions. 1. What will you be able to do by the end of the project? 2. What will you learn? What will I need? Ensure that the required resources are accessible and locally available, and help students identify what is required for the project. Students must be able to 1. Provide a brief overview of the tools, equipment, materials, and other resources needed for the project. How do I keep myself and others safe? This section should include all the safety precautions to be taken during the project, including internet safety measures. Students should also wear appropriate clothing such as long sleeves, pants, and sturdy shoes while doing activities in the field. Safety precautions related to tools, materials, equipment, and internet use must be explained and demonstrated. Students must be able to respond to the following questions. 1. How will you ensure your safety and that of others during the project? 2. What will you do to ensure no one is physically or emotionally hurt? 3. How will you ensure the safety of plants and animals if relevant? 4. How will you maintain confidentiality, that is, you will not share information about anyone without checking with them first. 5. What will you do to keep yourself safe on the internet? Page 166. What do I need to know before I start? Prepare students to begin work by recalling prior knowledge, introducing concepts through activities that require them to work with tools and materials, exploring the environment and basic skills related to the project, and so on. Clearly define roles and responsibilities for all participants and ensure everyone understands their tasks and how they contribute to the project. Students must be able to respond to the following questions. 1. Is there anything you need to learn before starting your project? 2. Do you need to meet an expert who can teach you how to do the activities related to the project? 3. Is there anything in your locality that you need to find out about? 4. Do you need to conduct a survey, take up field visits, or something similar before you start? What do I have to do? Students need to take up various activities required for the completion of the project. Frame questions that will help them to think about what is to be done and subsequently record data or information related to the project. Students must be able to do the following. 1. Follow the project plan and execute tasks according to the timelines. 2. Observe others to learn practical skills and techniques such as proper tool usage, effective planting methods, and maintenance practices. 3. Monitor progress regularly and just as necessary. 4. Keep records of all activities and challenges faced during the activities. 5. Document what they have learned, their successes, and challenges for future reference. As they complete each activity, students can be asked the following. 1. The materials you used and how you used them. 2. The tools you used and how you used them. 3. The process you followed, such as the selection of materials or tools, sequence of tasks, and how you completed each one. 4. If you collected information or data or objects, describe them and explain why they are useful. 5. If you made something, include a photograph or a sketch. 6. If you grew a plant, record its growth. 7. What safety precautions did you take while doing the activities? 8. Did you use any AI tool? If yes, which ones did you use and how did you use them? 9. Did you share the outcome of your project with others outside the school? Describe your plan and how you executed it. 10. Did you do something to keep the environment clean or to recycle waste? Record the details. Page 167. What did I learn from others? Learning from others is a crucial aspect of any project. Therefore, students should reflect on what they have learned from others. It can help improve their soft skills, deepen their understanding, and enhance the project's overall success. Engaging with others enables students to communicate effectively, share ideas, and collaborate on tasks. Diverse perspectives and ideas are introduced, which help students learn from the viewpoints of others. This can help them approach problems in new ways and enhance their creativity and problem-solving skills. Listening to others, such as workers in the world of work, experts, professionals, and the like, provides valuable insights that can help improve learners' practices. Students must be able to identify what they learned during field trips, online and offline interactions with experts, from family and friends, community members, and other sources. They must be able to respond to the following questions. 1. What did you learn from field trips, interactions, video lectures, or experts? 2. What did you learn from your friends? Did you help them with something? 3. What did you learn from family members, siblings, and community elders? 4. What did you learn from people in the community? What did I do and how long did it take? In order to develop the capacity for time-based planning, students must record the entire process followed, the sequence of activities, and the time taken for each activity. This can be done as they proceed or at the end of the project. Students must be able to respond or think back on what they did and how long it took them to plan and execute the activities. What else can I do? Students need to think of other settings in which they can apply their learning from the projects, especially outside the school. For example, students can participate in workshops, coding classes, and exhibitions or fairs. They can also apply their learnings from the projects at home and in various other places. Page 168. They can celebrate cultural heritage months, international days, or multicultural festivals, and organize cultural events, culinary events, skill exhibitions, etc. They can integrate subjects through interdisciplinary projects like historical reenactments, science and art collaborations, or literary functions through performances. Students must be able to respond to the following questions. 1. What else can you do to apply your learning from the project? 2. Do you see any scope to expand the current project? How? Think and answer. Students must reflect on what they have learned from their recent experiences. A set of questions must be designed to assess learning of key aspects of the project and related concepts across curricular areas. Some of the questions that can be asked include the following. 1. What did you enjoy doing? 2. What were the challenges you faced? 3. Questions related to the project itself. 4. What are some examples of jobs related to the activities you just did? What other jobs are related to the project? Planning. Since planning is an important part of all work, all projects contain components of planning. However, to ensure students are able to detail out the steps required in planning, the planning section can be used as it is given in the activity book. In case the school plans an alternative approach to meet this outcome, it must be ensured that students are able to respond to the following questions. 1. What is the final event you are planning? 2. When and where will it be held? 3. Who will be the invitees? 4. What will the final event involve? 5. What are the steps required to ensure the final event goes as per the plan? And when do they have to be fulfilled? 6. What are the resources involved and who will be responsible for each step? Page 169. Annexure 2. Curricular Goals and Learning Outcomes for Grade 7. The table below details the competencies C for the middle stage and learning outcomes defined for Grade 7 for the attainment of each curricular goal, CG. There is a table given here. It has 2 columns and 8 rows. It is further divided into 4 different curricular goals. CG1. Develop in-depth basic skills and allied knowledge of work and their associated materials or procedures. The heading of the first column is Competency. The heading for the second column is Learning Outcomes. The first competency under CG1 is C1.1. Perform procedures competently through required tools or equipment. Learning outcomes under this: LO1. Select tools appropriate for specific tasks. LO2. Use tools correctly to complete given task. The second competency under CG1 is C1.2. Approach tasks in a planned and systematic manner. Learning outcomes under this are LO3. Demonstrate appropriate stepwise process for completing the given task. LO4. Develop time-based plan for completion of task. The third competency under CG1 is C1.3. Maintain and handle materials or equipment for the required activity. Learning outcomes under this are LO5. Describe the steps necessary to keep materials and equipment ready for use. LO6. Follow the safety protocol while handling tools or materials. CG2. Understand the place and usefulness of vocational skills and vocations in the world of work. The first competency under CG2 is C2.1. Describe the contribution of vocation in the world of work. Learning outcome under this is LO7. Describe the importance of vocation in the world around them. The second competency under CG2 is C2.2. Apply skills and knowledge learned in the area. Learning outcome under this is LO8. Explain how prior knowledge and skills have been used to complete the task. Page 170. The third competency under CG2 is C2.3. Evaluate and quantify the associated products and materials. Learning outcomes under this are LO9. Identify criteria for evaluating quality of products. LO10. Identify criteria for evaluating quantity of products. CG3. Develop essential values while working across areas. Competencies under CG3. C3.1. Develop the following values while engaging in work. First, attention to detail. Second, persistence and focus. Third, curiosity and creativity. Fourth, empathy and sensitivity. Fifth, collaboration and teamwork. Sixth, willingness to do physical work. Learning outcomes under this are LO11. Keenly observe the usage of tools and materials during the demonstration and ask relevant questions. LO12. Demonstrate care and respect towards people doing physical labor, irrespective of gender. LO13. Plan tasks with peers and help others during difficulties at work. LO14. Rework or redo the task for improved efficiency. LO15. Ask questions about the functioning of tools and machines and give suggestions for alternative use. LO16. Willingness to do physical work while enjoying working with tools and materials. CG4. Develop basic skills and allied knowledge to run and contribute to a home. Competency under CG4. C4.1. Apply the acquired vocational skill and knowledge in home setting. Learning outcome under this is LO17. Identify where skills and knowledge are relevant at home. Page 171. Annexure 3. Additional projects. Work with life forms. Hydroponics. Growing plants in water. Related vocational areas. Urban agriculture. Subject teacher most suitable for this project. Science. There is a table given with 2 columns and 18 rows. It includes different activities, questions related to it, and then possible answers or solutions. First column is of activities and questions related to those activities. This column also contains possible answers or solutions for those questions related to these activities. The second column is required periods. The total number of periods is 52, which is further divided according to each activity. First question. What will I be able to do? Create and maintain a hydroponic system. What will I need? Pen or pencil, notebook, seeds, methi, any pulses, tomato or green chili, mirchi, box, small, seedling tray, large bottle, bubbler, air tube, net pots, growing media, nutrients for hydroponics. How do I keep myself and others safe? Safe handling of tools, protective clothing, gloves. Required period for this 4. What will I need to know before I start? Learn about the types of hydroponics, discuss nutrients essential for plant growth, interact with experts or watch online videos. Required periods for this 15. What do I have to do? Build the system using bottles and containers. Maintain the system and record plant growth. Regularly monitor and document the health of plants. Check on quantity and quality of produce. Required periods for this 22. What did I learn from others and how did I use it? Incorporating inputs from observation, interaction, discussion, and feedback. Required period for this 3. What did I do and how long did it take? As per the project template. Required period 1. Think and answer. As per the project template. Required periods 2. Page 172. What else can I do? Explore home-based applications of hydroponics. Required periods 5. Make your own terrarium. Related vocational areas: gardening, nursery. Subject teacher most suitable for this project: science. There is a table given with 2 columns, namely activity and required periods, total 30, with 18 rows with different questions to this activity and their possible answers or solutions. What will I be able to do? Plant a terrarium. What will I need? Glass containers or jars with lids, pebbles or small rocks, activated charcoal, soil, small plants, succulents, small ferns, moss, small decorations, optional, colored markers or labels, magnifying glasses for closer observation, optional, tools, scissors, pencil, long spoon. How do I keep myself and others safe? Safe handling of tools, maintaining cleanliness. Required periods 4. What will I need to know before I start? Ecosystems, terrarium types, open or closed or bioactive, role of components, drainage, soil, plants, insects, etc., and historical significance. Required periods 8. What do I have to do? Build the terrarium, including gathering materials, creating drainage, planting, observing and recording changes in the terrarium. Required periods 11. What did I learn from others and how did I use it? Incorporating inputs from observation, interaction, discussion, and feedback. Required periods 3. What did I do and how long did it take? As per the project template. Required period 1. Think and answer. As per the project template. Required period 1. What else can I do? Explore the application of terrarium making skills at home, such as creating gifts or making terrarium at home. Required periods 2. Page 173. Identification of plant diseases and pests using artificial intelligence, AI. Related vocational areas, artificial intelligence. Subject teacher most suitable for this project, science. There's a table given with 2 columns, namely activity and required periods, total of 55. There are some questions given related to the activity with their possible answers and solutions. It also includes the required periods for each of these questions. What will I be able to do? Identify plant diseases and pests using AI. What will I need? Pen, notebook, tools, computer or PC, internet, free AI platform, Google's teachable machine. Required periods, 6. How do I keep myself and others safe? Learn safety protocols while handling equipment and collecting data. Follow ethical guidelines for data usage. What will I need to know before I start? Basics of AI, machine learning, understanding of pests or disease characteristics. Required periods, 12. What do I have to do? Collect plant images, sort and label data, split data into categories, train the data using AI tools like Google Teachable Machine, test and refine the model, use the model for pest or disease detection. Required periods, 20. What did I learn from others and how did I use it? Incorporating inputs from observation, interaction, discussion, and feedback. Required periods, 3. What did I do and how long did it take? As per the project template. Required periods, 2. Think and answer. As per the project template. Required periods, 2. What else can I do? Explore how to deal with plant diseases and pests using organic methods. Required periods, 5. Page 174. Observing and taking care of domestic animals. Related vocational areas, animal husbandry, veterinary services. Subject teacher most suitable for this project, science. There's a table given below with 2 columns and 18 rows. First column is activity. The second column is required periods, total of 48. In the rows, we have some questions related to this activity and their possible answers or solution. Next to them are the periods required for each of them. What will I be able to do? Understand needs of domestic animals and take care of them. What will I need? Pen, notebook. How do I keep myself and others safe? Discussing safety precautions for self and animals. Preparing a list of do's and don'ts for handling animals. Required periods, 5. What will I need to know before I start? Research animal behavior, habitats, and social structures. Brainstorm observation methods and aspects of behavior to observe. Required periods, 10. What do I have to do? Conduct field observations and record behaviors. Prepare feed and watering schedule. Make a schedule for cleaning, feed requirements, daily exercise schedule. Participate in activities under guidance of animal owner. Analyze data and identify patterns or trends. Required periods 24. What did I learn from others and how did I use it? Incorporating inputs from observation, interaction, discussion, and feedback. Required periods 3. What did I do and how long did it take? As per the project template. Required period 1. Think and answer. As per the project template. Required period 1. What else can I do? Find out about animal rights. Required periods 4. Page 175. Medicinal plants, herbs and spices. Related vocational areas, pharmaceuticals, botany. Subject teacher most suitable for this project, science. There is a table given with 2 columns and 18 rows. The title of the columns are Activity and Required Periods, total of 50. In these rows, we have some questions with their possible answers and solutions that are related to this activity. Next to it is the required period for each of them. What will I be able to do? Grow and know about the medicinal plants, herbs and spices. What will I need? Pen, notebook, pots, saplings, water, gardening tools. How do I keep myself and others safe? Follow safety protocols when handling seeds, soil, and plants. Learn about potential risks of incorrect plant use and how to avoid them. Use gardening tools carefully to prevent injuries. Required periods 6. What will I need to know before I start? Research the cultural significance and therapeutic properties of locally available medicinal plants. Make a list of plants for further study. Explore key resources, books, websites, experts for gathering information. Required periods 12. What do I have to do? Visit botanical gardens and pharmacies. Plant and care for medicinal plants. Collect data on traditional uses of plants, their uses in medicine and limitations. Prepare simple recipe, kadha, tablets, tea, etc. using tulsi, turmeric, ginger, lemongrass, etc. and taste with friends. Conduct surveys and interact with experts to validate information. Required periods 20. What did I learn from others and how did I use it? Incorporating inputs from observation, interaction, discussion, and feedback. Required periods 4. What did I do and how long did it take? As per the project template. Required period 1. Think and answer. As per the project template. Required periods 2. What else can I do? Explore other uses for medicinal plants. Example, masks, balms. Required periods 5. Page 176. Work with machines and materials. Making bamboo products. Related vocational areas, sustainable agriculture and handicrafts. Subject teacher most suitable for this project, art or home science. There is a table given with 2 columns, namely activity and required periods, total of 52. There are 18 rows in this table with different questions with their possible answers or solutions. Next to it is the time period required for each of them. What will I be able to do? Design and create products from bamboo. What will I need? Bamboo, knife, carving tools, and sandpaper. How do I keep myself and others safe? Proper handling of materials. Demonstrating safely using sharp tools. Required periods 6. What will I need to know before I start? Understand the properties of bamboo and techniques for working with it. Practice using tools on sample bamboo pieces. Discuss the stepwise process for making bamboo products. Required periods 12. What do I have to do? Create multiple bamboo products such as pen stand, fencing, ladder, bench, stool. Refine techniques, polishing, varnishing, painting for better quality and quantity. Required periods 20. What did I learn from others and how did I use it? Incorporating inputs from observation, interaction, discussion, and feedback. Required periods 5. What did I do and how long did it take? As per the project template. Required period 1. Think and answer. As per the project template. Required period 1. What else can I do? Create small bamboo utensils or decorative items for home use. Required periods 5. Page 177. Make your own robot. Related vocational areas. Robotics. Subject teacher most suitable for this project. Science. Atal Tinkering Labs. ATL in charge. There is a table given with 2 columns, namely activity and required periods, total of 55. There are 18 rows given in this table with different questions and its possible solutions or answers with each of them. These rows have 9 questions with their possible answers or solutions. Next to it is the required period for each of them. What will I be able to do? Develop skills in robotics, Arduino programming, sensor-based robotics, and building robot prototypes. What will I need? Arduino, LED, motor, breadboard, jumper wires, battery, adapter, soldering material, flux, Arduino cable, ultrasonic sensor, motion sensor, IR sensor, Wi-Fi module, motor drivers, chassis, wheels, Bluetooth module, tools, multimeter, soldering gun, wire stripper, cutter, computer or PC, Scratch online platform. How do I keep myself and others safe? Understand safety protocols for handling equipment, maintaining materials, and working responsibly in a collaborative environment. Required periods 6. What will I need to know before I start? Learn the basics of robotics, Arduino programming, types of robots, main components, sensors, actuators, power sources, and tools usage. Required periods 17. What do I have to do? Execute tasks such as building a hydraulic hand, Arduino-based robot, and sensor-based robots. Compare task times and improve designs iteratively. Required periods 20. What did I learn from others and how did I use it? Incorporating inputs from observation, interaction, discussion, and feedback. Required periods 5. What did I do and how long did it take? As per the project template. Required period 1. Think and answer. As per the project template. Required period 1. What else can I do? Explore advances robotics, example Bluetooth or Wi-Fi controlled robots, and opportunities to apply robotics skills at home. Required periods 5. Page 178. Weaving a loom. Table mat with a motif. Related vocational areas. Textile art, designing. Subject teacher most suitable for this project. Art. A table is given with 2 columns, namely activity and required periods, total of 34, with 18 rows, which has different questions with possible answers or solutions related to this activity. Next to it is the required periods with each of them. What will I be able to do? Create a woven handband or rakhi or keychain using a self-made cardboard loom. What will I need? Pen or pencil, notebook, yarn or thick wool, various colors, cardboard pieces, ice cream sticks, grid paper. Tools: scissors, tape, plastic or blunt pointed needles. How do I keep myself and others safe? Handle scissors and other tools carefully to avoid injury. Follow proper sitting postures while weaving to prevent strain. Maintain a clean and clutter-free workspace to avoid accidents. Required periods 2. What will I need to know before I start? Types of yarn and their properties. Types of looms and their uses. Basic weaving terminology, warp, weft, tension, etc. Historical and cultural significance of weaving in local traditions. Required periods 10. What do I have to do? Visit a museum, visit a shop, and interact with a local weaving artisan. Make a loom using cardboard and thread it correctly. Practice weaving lines, then create a final product following the planned design. Required periods 10. What did I learn from others and how did I use it? Incorporating inputs from observation, interaction, discussion, and feedback. Required periods 5. What did I do and how long did it take? As per the project template. Required period 1. Think and answer. As per the project template. Required period 1. What else can I do? Explore advanced weaving techniques. Required period 5. Page 179. 3D printing from sketch to reality. Related vocational areas: automotive, medical tools, electronics. Subject teacher most suitable for this project? Any subject. Atal Tinkering Lab, ATL in charge. There is a table given. It has two columns, namely activity and required periods, total of 40. It has 18 rows with different questions related to this activity and its possible answers or solutions. Next to it is the required period for each one of them. What will I be able to do? Create objects using a 3D printer. What will I need? 3D printer, computers, modeling software to design products, example, open source software like Blender, Thingiverse, materials for printing. Required periods? 6. How do I keep myself and others safe? Study safety precautions for handling the printer and materials. Discuss strategies for waste disposal and equipment care. What will I need to know before I start? Create rough designs for selected objects using modeling software. Conduct a survey or internet search on potential 3D printed objects and gather ideas. Required periods? 10. What do I have to do? Experiment with small designs in modeling software. Print selected objects in group. Evaluate printed objects for quality and usability. Required periods? 17. What did I learn from others and how did I use it? Incorporating inputs from observation, interaction, discussion, and feedback. Required period? 1. What did I do and how long did it take? As per the project template. Required period? 1. Think and answer. As per the project template. Required period? 1. What else can I do? Make 3D printed objects for your home or school requirements. Required period? 2. Page 180. School band from waste material. Related vocational areas. Music, entertainment. Subject teacher most suitable for this project? Any subject. There is a table given with 2 columns and 18 rows. Columns are activity and required periods, total of 47. Rows have different questions related to this activity and its possible solutions or answers. Required periods are also given with each of them. What will I be able to do? Create musical instruments using recycled materials. What will I need? PVC pipes of different diameters, duct tape, glasses, and or different kinds of bottles with varying water levels, cardboard boxes, thin wires, rubber bands, pieces of steel, long wood pieces, wooden meter scale, steel pipes, metal container, cutting and drilling instruments, and any other material the teacher and students can think of. For example, tuning forks, wood, nuts, bolts, and screws to create a basic guitar. How do I keep myself and others safe? Discuss safety precautions for handling tools and materials like PVC pipes, glass bottles, and sharp tools. Required periods? 6. What will I need to know before I start? Learn about musical notes, melodies, and basic composing techniques from a music teacher or online resource. Research types of musical instruments and explore ideas for DIY instrument creation. Discuss with peers to finalize instruments. Required periods 15. What do I have to do? Identify recyclable materials and gather them. Create instruments using the materials, ensuring safety and quality. Practice and refine melodies, adjusting for the best sound output. Finalize music for presentation at the school assembly or Kaushal Mela. Required periods 17. What did I learn from others and how did I use it? Incorporating inputs from observation, interaction, discussion, and feedback. Required periods 4. What did I do and how long did it take? As per the project template. Required period 1. Think and answer as per the project template. Required period 1. What else can I do? Discuss other ways to use the instruments at home or in community events. You can also make musical instruments using electronics and microcontrollers. Required period 3. Page 181. Work in human services. Creating a comic book. Related vocational areas: media, publishing. Subject teacher most suitable for this project: art or language. There is a table given with 2 columns, namely activity and required periods, total of 52. 18 rows are also given in this table with different questions and their possible answers or solution to this activity. Next to it is the periods that are required for each of them. What will I be able to do? Prepare a comic book. What will I need? Stationery, examples of comic strips, printed and digital, graphic novels, optional, computer, Canva or similar graphic designer, scanner, printer, binding material. How do I keep myself and others safe? Safety precautions related to the use of tools, copyright and privacy issues in case you use photographs or someone else's drawings. Required periods 3. What will I need to know before I start? Visit a bookstore with comics or graphic novels and a printing press. Interview the owner. Workshop with a graphic artist or exploring online tools or sketching figures. Similarities and differences among different examples. Discussion on what is required in a good comic book. Required periods 12. What do I have to do? Developing ideas. A broad idea of the comic book followed by the development of a detailed story. Discussing sensitivity issues, example, how a character looks, speaks. Writing the script. Decisions on how the characters will be represented. Storyboard and preparation of the comic book. Required periods 11 plus 8 plus 7. Storyboard. Drawing the comic strips, fine-tuning the dialogues. For next step, choose one of the following options. Option 1. If drawn by hand, strips to be pasted on chart papers. Option 2. If printed, then bind using a punching machine and thread. Review and incorporate feedback. Feedback from peers making possible changes. Exhibition of the comic book. Modes for sharing with others. Kaushal Mela. What did I learn from others and how did I use it? Incorporating inputs from observation, interaction, discussion, and feedback. Required periods 3. What did I do and how long did it take? As per the project template. Required period 1. Think and answer. As per the project template. Required period 1. What else can I do? Make other comic books depicting family history or family events, etc. Required period 1. Page 182. Family Budget Navigator. Related vocational areas, finance and accounting. Subject teacher most suitable for this project? Any subject. There is a table given with 2 columns, namely activity and required periods. Total of 38. It has 18 rows with different questions related to this activity and their possible answers or solutions. Next to it is the column of required period for each one of them. What will I be able to do? Create a family budget spreadsheet in Excel. What will I need? Computer with Excel, internet, sample data. How do I keep myself and others safe? Avoid physical strain while working on computers. Do not share any personal information or sensitive financial data. Required periods 3. What will I need to know before I start? Basic understanding of Excel including formula, sorting, cell operations, etc. Understanding of finance-related terminologies such as income, expenditure, savings, budget, etc. Required periods 12. What do I have to do? Design the budget tracker and create sheets for income, expenses, and summaries. Add and test formula for calculations. Fix errors and refine the tracker for accuracy. Required periods 14. What did I learn from others and how did I use it? Incorporating inputs from observation, interaction, discussion, and feedback. Required periods 4. What did I do and how long did it take? As per the project template. Required period 1. Think and answer. As per the project template. Required period 1. What else can I do? Explore advanced features to create a family budget. Example, using charts, pivot, Power BI. Required periods 3. Page 183. Ancient History Broadcasts. Related vocational areas, journalism and social media. Subject teacher most suitable for this project? Any subject. There is a table given with 2 columns and 18 rows. Columns have the headings of activity and required periods, total of 50. Rows have different questions related to this activity and their possible solutions or answers. Next to it is the required period for each one of them. What will I be able to do? Create videos focusing on different aspects of history, such as architecture, culture, daily life, etc. What will I need? Computer lab, mobile phone with a video recorder, headphones, phone microphone, or video recording equipment. How do I keep myself and others safe? Safety protocols for using equipment, example, cameras, lighting. Guidelines for ensuring cultural and historical sensitivity in video content. Required periods 1 plus 2 plus 3. What will I need to know before I start? Watch sample historical videos and identify elements that make them interesting and relevant. Explore features of video editing software. Learn how to write effective scripts and plan video backdrops. Required periods 12. What do I have to do? Research historical themes through surveys, local interactions, and media. Write scripts, create backdrops, and rehearse roles. Record and edit videos using learned techniques. Required periods 20. What did I learn from others and how did I use it? Incorporating inputs from observation, interaction, discussion, and feedback. Required periods 5. What did I do and how long did it take? As per the project template. Required period 1. Think and answer. As per the project template. Required period 1. What else can I do? Make videos related to family history. Required periods 5. Page 184. Podcast Learning Through Listening. Related vocational areas, social media. Subject teacher most suitable for this project, any subject. There is a table given with 2 columns and 18 rows. Columns have the headings of activity and required periods. Total of 50. Rows have different questions related to this activity with its possible solutions or answers. Next to it is the required period with each one of them. What will I be able to do? Create a quality podcast. What will I need? Mobile phone, headphones, phone mic and suitable app, or equipment for recording podcasts, computer, mic with stand, pop filters and windscreens, audio interface, headphones, portable digital recorder, mixer and editing software. Required periods 1 plus 2 plus 3. How do I keep myself and others safe? Safety protocols for handling audio recording equipment, ethical considerations, maintaining sensitivity, confidentiality, and responsible content creation. What will I need to know before I start? Listen to various podcasts and identify what makes them engaging or ineffective. Watch tutorials or videos on podcast creation to understand technical aspects like recording and editing. Develop criteria for assessing podcast quality, clarity, engagement, content depth, and technical excellence. Required periods 12. What do I have to do? Write scripts and plan formats for podcasts, including discussions or interviews. Practice recording techniques in small groups. Experiment with voice modulation and sound quality. Record and edit podcasts using basic or advanced tools. Perform trial runs, review feedback, and make necessary changes. Required periods 20. What did I learn from others and how did I use it? Incorporating inputs from observation, interaction, discussion, and feedback. Required periods 5. What did I do and how long did it take? as per the project template. Required period 1. Think and answer as per the project template. Required period 1. What else can I do? Extend podcasting skills to create family news or personal audio content. Required period 5. Page 185. Advertisements. Communicating a message. Related vocational area, media and communication. Marketing. Subject teacher most suitable for this project, language or social science. There is a table given with 2 columns and 18 rows. Columns have the titles of activity and required periods, total of 55. Rows have different questions related to this activity with their possible answers or solutions. Next to it is the required periods for each of them. What will I be able to do? Create advertisements to communicate a message. What will I need? Stationery, colors, chart papers, pencil, eraser, sharpener, white sheets. Tools, digital photo or motion graphic designer tools like Canva, Animaker, etc. Optional, camera or mobile phone. How do I keep myself and others safe? Discuss safety protocols for handling tools and equipment. Address ethical advertising practices to avoid harm, fake ads, copyright issues. Required periods 1 + 1 + 3. What will I need to know before I start? Introduction to advertisements, history, purpose, copywriting, marketing basics. Research themes and understand the audience needs. Required periods 14. What do I have to do? Script writing and creating storyboards. Conducting surveys to understand the audience need. Create advertisements without technology. Handmade posters, comic strips, jingles, plays. Developing advertisements using technology. Animations, video editing, voiceovers. Developing a final advertisement for presentation. Required periods 20. What did I learn from others and how did I use it? Incorporating inputs from observation, interaction, discussion, and feedback. Required periods 5. What did I do and how long did it take? As per the project template. Required period 1. Think and answer. As per the project template. Required periods 5. What else can I do? Extend advertisement development skills based on home needs. Required periods 5. Page 186. Annexure 4. Time allocation and mapping of learning outcomes. The tables given ahead indicate time allocation and mapping of learning outcomes for the activities included in the projects for grade 7. Time allocation. The time allocated for each activity is a suggestion and teachers can adjust it based on their class size and complexity of the project. Cross-curricular connections. The projects can be drawn from other subjects in the middle stage: language, mathematics, science, social science, art education, and physical education, and well-being. This allows for a more holistic learning experience. Connection to other curricular areas is also indicated in the upcoming tables. Student reflection. Reflection prompts are included. What did I learn? What else can I do? To encourage students to think critically about their work. Safety. The tables emphasize safety precautions, LO6 for activities involving tools or potential hazards. Open-ended learning. The What Else Can I Do section, LO16, encourages students to explore, connect to home and extend their learning. Learning outcomes. Each project focuses on developing specific skills and knowledge, LO 1 to 9, along with essential values related to work, LO 10 to 15. Please note that LO 10 to LO 15, which refer to the essential values while working across areas, are applicable across all activities. Page 187, Project 1, Plant Nursery. Connection with other curricular areas, Science. There is a table given. It has 4 columns and 16 rows with different questions related to the activity. The title of the first column is Activity. The title of the second column is Required Periods, 53. The title of the third column is Related Learning Outcomes. Column 4 is common for all rows. The input in this column is: what will I be able to do? What will I need? How do I keep myself and others safe? Required periods, 4. Related learning outcomes, LO1, LO7, LO6. What will I need to know before I start? Field visit, farm or park or nursery. Required periods, 5. Related learning outcomes, LO1, LO3, LO5, LO7. What do I have to do? Planning nursery layout. Required periods, 4. Developing plant nursery in the school. Required periods, 10. Germinating seeds. Required period, 6. Preparing plants in the nursery. Required period, 7. Observing plants grow. Required period, 5. Costing and time required. Required period, 3. The common learning outcomes for row 7 to 12 are LO1, LO2, LO3, LO4, LO5, LO6, LO8, LO9, LO10. What did I learn from others? Required period, 3. Learning outcomes, LO1, LO5, LO7, LO8. What did I do and how long did it take? Required period, 2. Learning outcome, LO4. What else can I do? Required period, 2. Learning outcome, LO7, LO8, LO9, LO10, LO11. Think and answer. Required period, 2. Learning outcome, LO17. The common response in the fourth column across all rows is LO11, LO12, LO13, LO14, LO15, LO16 to be observed throughout the project. Page 188. Project 2. School Habitat Garden. Connection with other curricular areas, Science. There is a table given with 4 columns and 18 rows. First column has the title of Activity. Second column has the title of Required Periods, total of 54. Third column has the title of Related Learning Outcomes. Response in the fourth column remains the same for all rows. What will I be able to do? What will I need? How do I keep myself and others safe? Required periods 4. Related learning outcome LO1, LO7, LO6. What will I need to know before I start? Identifying animals in and around the school. Required periods 4. Interaction with an expert. Required periods 3. Related learning outcomes LO1, LO3, LO5, LO7. What do I have to do? Identifying natural habitats. Required periods 4. Identifying the needs of animals. Required periods 4. Designing the habitat garden. Required periods 5. Creating the habitat garden. Required periods 7. Observing occupants of the habitat garden. Required periods 6. Maintaining the habitat garden. Required periods 6. Sharing what you have done. Required periods 3. Related learning outcomes LO1, LO2, LO3, LO4, LO5, LO6, LO8, LO9, LO10. What did I learn from others? Required period 2. Related learning outcomes LO1, LO5, LO7, LO8. What did I do and how long did it take? Required periods 2. Related learning outcomes LO4. What else can I do? Required periods 2. Related learning outcomes LO7, LO8, LO9, LO10. Think and answer. Required periods 2. Related learning outcomes LO17. The response in the last column, which is LO11, LO12, LO13, LO14, LO15, LO16, to be observed throughout the project, is the same for all rows. Page 189. Project 3. Tie and Dye. Connection with other curricular areas, arts, science. There is a table given with 4 columns and 14 rows. The title of the first column is Activity. The title of the second column is Required Periods, total of 54. The title of the third column is Related Learning Outcomes. What will I be able to do? What will I need? How do I keep myself and others safe? Required periods 4. Related learning outcomes LO1, LO7, LO6. What will I need to know before I start? Visit to a shop. Required periods 3. Visit to a tie and dye workshop. Required periods 3. Related learning outcomes LO1, LO3, LO5, LO7. What do I have to do? Exploring the art of tie and dye. Everything about dyes, fabric and techniques. Required periods 20. Making the final product. Required periods 15. What did you invest? Required periods 2. Related learning outcomes LO1, LO2, LO3, LO4, LO5, LO6, LO8, LO9, LO10. What did I learn from others? Required period 1. Related learning outcomes LO1, LO5, LO7, LO8. What did I do and how long did it take? Required periods 2. Related learning outcomes LO4. What else can I do? Required periods 2. Related learning outcomes LO7, LO8, LO9, LO10, LO11. Think and answer. Required periods 2. Related learning outcomes LO17. The common response in the fourth column across all rows is LO11, LO12, LO13, LO14, LO15, LO16 to be observed throughout the project. Page 190, Project 4, AI Assistant. Connection with other curricular areas, computer science. There is a table given with 4 columns and 18 rows. The title of the first column is Activity. The title of the second column is Required Periods. The title of the third column is Related Learning Outcomes. Column 4 remains the same for all rows. What will I be able to do? What will I need? How do I keep myself and others safe? Required periods 5. Related learning outcomes LO1, LO7, LO6. What will I need to know before I start? Understanding who is better at what. Humans versus machines. Required periods 4. AI can see, listen and speak. Required periods 4. Is AI creative? Required periods 4. Related learning outcomes LO1, LO3, LO5, LO7. What do I have to do? Preparing to design own AI assistant. Required periods 6. Teaching the machine to recognize images. Required periods 6. Training for recognition. Required periods 6. Testing and improving. Required period 5. Making the AI assistant interactive. Required period 5. Sharing with others. Required periods 2. Related learning outcomes LO1, LO2, LO3, LO4, LO5, LO6, LO8, LO9, LO10. What did I learn from others and how did I use it? Required periods 2. Related learning outcomes LO1, LO5, LO7, LO8. What did I do and how long did it take? Required periods 2. Related learning outcomes LO4. What else can I do? Required periods 2. Related learning outcomes LO7, LO8, LO9, LO10. Think and answer. Required periods 2. Related learning outcomes LO17. The response in the fourth column across all rows is LO11, LO12, LO13, LO14, LO15, LO16 to be observed throughout the project. Page 191. Project 5. Story time with puppets. Connection with other curricular areas. Arts. There is a table given with 4 columns and 16 rows. The title of the first column is Activity. The title of the second column is Required Periods, total of 55. The title of the third column is Related Learning Outcomes. The fourth column remains the same across all rows. What will I be able to do? What will I need? How do I keep myself and others safe? Required periods 4. Related learning outcomes LO1, LO7, LO6. What will I need to know before I start? What makes stories work? Required periods 4. Watching a puppet show. Required periods 4. Related learning outcomes LO1, LO3, LO5, LO7. What do I have to do? Selecting or writing a story. Required periods 4. Writing a script for the puppet show. Required periods 8. Character sketch. Required periods 4. Making puppets. Required periods 10. Show. Required periods 8. Related learning outcomes LO1, LO2, LO3, LO4, LO5, LO6, LO8, LO9, LO10. What did I learn from others and how did I use it? Required periods 3. Related learning outcome LO1, LO5, LO7, LO8. What did I do and how long did it take? Required periods 2. Related learning outcome LO4. What else can I do? Required periods 2. Related learning outcome LO7, LO8, LO9, LO10. Think and answer. Required periods 2. Related learning outcome LO17. The response in the fourth column remains the same across all rows, which is LO11, LO12, LO13, LO14, LO15, LO16 to be observed throughout the project. Page 192. Project 6. Family Health Handbook. Connection with other curricular areas. Science. There is a table given with 4 columns and 17 rows. The title of the first column is Activity. The title of the second column is Required Periods, total of 44. The title of the third column is Related Learning Outcomes. Fourth column remains the same for all rows. What will I be able to do? What will I need? How do I keep myself and others safe? Required periods 4. Related learning outcomes LO1, LO7, LO6. What will I need to know before I start? Factors affecting health. Required periods 5. Related learning outcomes LO1, LO3, LO5, LO7. What do I have to do? Framing questions about you and your family's health. Required periods 5. Visit to a PHC or hospital. Required periods 3. Creating a kit. Required periods 4. Factors affecting health at different ages. Required periods 4. Analyzing data from the survey of family members. Required periods 4. Analyzing data from observations of the environment. Required periods 4. Making a plan to improve your family's health. Required periods 4. Related learning outcomes LO1, LO2, LO3, LO4, LO5, LO6, LO8, LO9, LO10. What did I learn from others and how did I use it? Required periods 2. Related learning outcomes LO1, LO5, LO7, LO8. What did I do and how long did it take? Required period 1. Related learning outcome LO4. What else can I do? Required periods 2. Related learning outcomes LO7, LO8, LO9, LO10. Think and answer. Required periods 2. Related learning outcome LO17. The response in the last column is same across all rows. It is LO11, LO12, LO13, LO14, LO15, LO16 to be observed throughout the project. Next 2 pages are left blank for you to write down your notes. Chapter 7 ends here.
Kaushal Bodh, you are just listening to this audiobook, textbook of vocational education for grade 7. Narration Himani Joshi. Sound recordist Virendra Rawat. Assistance in production Mohammad Shamim Khan. Directed and produced by Vimalesh Chaudhary. This audiobook is brought to you by CIET NCERT, New Delhi, India.